After two close games, the action moves back to Colombo with the ODI series level at 1-all. In the second game at Pallekele, the bowlers came to the fore. For Australia, debutant Matthew Kuhneman made an immediate impact.
Oh, got him! Nicely taken by Carey. Now that was the slower ball.
Pat Cummins struck with 4 wickets to restrict the hosts to a modest score. Sri Lanka put up another spirited performance with a 19-year-old Dunit Wellalage showing his potential. And with Chamika Karunaratne taking crucial wickets, the hosts went on to register a convincing win.
Easily caught at short fine leg, Mahesh Deekshana.
It's a very, very hot day for this third ODI of between Sri Lanka and Australia. It's the Fair Play News Cup, and it is powered by skyx.net. Right, no surprises there. Australia winning the toss and deciding to bat, but quite a few changes. Deciding to bat first, but quite a few changes in that Australian side, Maha.
3 changes. Steve Smith is out with an injury. Mitchell Marsh come at 3. Then Cameron Green, there was surprise omission of Swepson, the leg spinner, bowled recently well. And Jai Richardson coming in for Patrick Cummins, I suppose. It's just a precautionary resting him.
Yeah, Dhanusha Gunatilaka, unfortunate. And Niroshan Dikwella is a replacement. And we are ready to start. The teams are here, so are the batsmen. Let's go across and join our first commentators.
1-1 in this 5-match one-day international series between Sri Lanka and Australia. David Warner will be opening the batting with his usual partner in crime, the captain Aaron Finch, alongside me, former Australian wicketkeeper Brad Haddon. Brad, they'll be hurting a little bit, the Australians.
Good afternoon, HT. Good afternoon, everyone. They will be hurting, and I think the one thing they'll be hurting most about, they're out enthused by the Sri Lankan cricket team. They gradually got better and better as this tour has gone on, Sri Lanka, and they were up for the challenge last one-day game. They got the better of Australia, but what I expect today is a different Australian team. I expect a much more aggressive Australian approach, and I expect the batters in the top 3 and 4 to stand up. We've got a lot of starts, but we need someone to stand up and get that big 100 and push the total in 300 plus.
Good start on the money. I mentioned those changes, 3 of them for Australia. A costly no ball. A boundary for Australia. And now that will be the end of the over. 5 without loss. Yeah, just again, I look at I wonder if the tactic's correct. I mean, I could bowl a hoop down a hill, but the ball is brand new. You've just beaten the outside edge. I wonder if you still try and hit the wicket and go past the outside edge rather than looking for a Yorker, which is a hard enough delivery in itself to bowl.
Yeah, I'm trying to bowl my best ball, and if that's the one I can execute at the top of off stump or leg stump Yorker, you're still looking to bowl your best ball. We see here with Sri Lanka.
Warner will find the gap this time. He's had a couple of looks at extra cover, and he doesn't need more than a couple. That's 4.
Well played there by David Warner. He picked that cover fieldsman twice that last over. Just readjusted his shot there. Didn't quite get all of it. He's a powerful player. The bat just turns in his hand, but he found that gap, and we've got a very, very fast outfield here at Colombo.
I think Chamira should be too discouraged by that either. Yes, it's gone for 4, but if that just nips a little bit. Chance. Finally coming in. Tikshana out. Big wicket. There's the aggression. And it pays off.
We're just talking about that first ball. Short by Chamara. David Warner's had a go at it. Just looked like it got onto him a bit quicker than he thought. David Warner departs, but good catch out here in the deep. Cross seam, just outside his eye line. Couldn't control the shot, and in the end, it was a very safe catch down a third fine leg.
It went high. It was a steepler. There was heart in the mouth stuff. Butchermira, but in the end it's held on by Tekshan, and Warner has to go for 9. Australia 14 for 1. That'll be 4. It was in the air for a brief moment, but it was timed well enough. Good shot. Good shot for 4. Nearly cleaned the umpire up.
And this is a really good sign for Aaron Finch. Nice and still at the crease. Hasn't tried to overhit that ball. Yes, it was upish. So no chance of being caught. Look at here. He's got a stable base. He hasn't moved. Aaron Finch, that's a real good sign for his batting, that he's got a stable base at the crease and looking to time the ball and not overhit it.
Just highlights the slowness of the surface. It just holds a little bit, which is probably the reason why the ball went slightly aerial back past the bowler in acknowledgement. He didn't do it on purpose. Not quite where he wanted it, but he's such a strong man, Mitchell Marsh. He'll get a boundary.
Yeah, not quite where he wanted to go, Mitch Marsh, but he showed his intention clear. Yes, he had a little bit of trouble picking the spin early doors, but he does match up really well to the medium pace. He likes to take the game on. It looked like he tried to hit that over mid-off, but just got it inside edge of the bat. He's a strong, strong man, Mitchell Marsh. He's still got the result he was after.
He's on the back foot, Marsh, hoping for a bit of turn, so this time it's not a crowd catch. Told you he's a clever operator, Will Allegate. Change of pace, hanging it in there. Marsh was always looking for those hard shots, power the ball. This is the problem you'll have. In these conditions, you have to adjust.
The hard hands was the answer. I thought Will Allegate was very clever. Ball is slower, and it wasn't full to be driven on the up. Card letter been done, and he's gone. Mitch Marsh gone for 10. Australia lose their second. 47. Yeah, Sri Lanka's generally, when it comes to chasing, have not got a good record comparing with defending. This time, bad delivery by Dunitwila down the leg side. First boundary after 36 deliveries. Jeffrey Van der Sar, valiant effort at deep square leg, but that was asking to be swept with the arm down the leg side. And Finch, quite powerful, playing those sweep shots.
Brilliant, really brilliant from Finch, for the simple reason they haven't had anything to hit in a long while. You get something, you have to make it count. And he plays a very good shot, a nice controlled shot.
Put him down. Wasn't easy. He was wide. But Van der Sar found the outside edge. There was turn and bounce.
That's twice in 2 balls. Van der Sar's found the outside edge of Aaron Finch. This time he's gone back. The slip would have been just blinded for a second from the keeper. Would have been a great reflex catch, but luck goes out to the Australians. They're the ones you need to take. Been building pressure.
That's a big one. Finch was biding his time. Van der Sar tossing it up. It's gone the distance. That releases the pressure, releases the frustration.
That's Aaron Finch's strength. He's a very strong bottom hand player. It's a first boundary. After 40 balls, he's picked the wrong one. Safe shot, mid-on was up. Now you have to give Aaron Finch a sniff with the power he has. And as we said, that's a first boundary in 40 balls.
Yeah, that's his 50. His third against Sri Lanka, his 30th in ODI cricket. And as we said, he's got 1700s to go with it. Very good average, over 40. 5,300 runs in his career so far.
Came Sri Lanka's way, he slapped that, that'll be 4. That just set up nicely. Not all the time in the world.
Wow, that's hit hard. That really is hit hard.
That was short, that was wide.
Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Wow. Turn and a handy bit of work from Dick Weller.
Superb. Simply superb. Everything perfect about it. I was trying to lead to the fact that how important it is to continue, but that flight. And Manas couldn't help himself. He needed a piece of it. Perfect in every sense from Van der Sar because of the drift in to the right-hander, the flight, the dip and the turn. 29 to Manas Labuskaiten, 116 for 3.
What a catch, brilliantly caught. There's the turn again from the wrist spinner. And a wonderful catch.
Oh, they loved it. They loved every bit of it. Hear the roar. Van der Sar. That was a lot slower. The bat, face of the bat turned a little too early from Finch's point of view. Big blow for Australia as Finch goes for 62. 121 for 4.
Probably Kerry looks very close, very close. Oh, he turned it. Probably the bounce, maybe pat. Not too sure, but that's a fantastic delivery by Van der Sar. Giving it a real rip into his 8th over. Handful today.
Oh, throw him. Throw him. And through the keeper as well. No reward for a good delivery. It ends with a boundary. Buys 9 of the over. 135 for 4.
Absolutely peach by Van der Sar. Curving away from the left-hander, turning back in. The bounce, the turn. Overdoing Dick Weller as well. Generally very good behind the stumps. The speed off the pitch. Just bulleted away. And that young man had no choice. Just believe everywhere. No bat involved correctly. How important those runs going to be, only the time will tell. Down the ground as we spoke. Just about said it, and that was a huge 6. Right over the bowler's arm. Beautiful shot.
I wonder whether you heard what Dick Weller said from behind the stumps. He just said, watch, he might go after this ball. He said, Nanga high. And that's exactly what Carey did. Great thinking by the wicketkeeper. Just rushing through, hurrying through. Aish Tikshana. That was fired in quite quickly. The angle bringing it back.
Speed off the pitch will be different to Dhananjay Silva or Van der Sar. It's going to be much quicker, Tikshana, much quicker of the air as well as of the pitch.
Well, this was always interesting. This was always interesting. They didn't go upstairs. Let's take a look. This is what they didn't go upstairs for. It was hitting. Turn and bounce. Turn and bounce. Now that was over 90, but he pushed it a bit quicker. They have gone upstairs. They're asking for it.
Yes, satisfied. Fat line as the ball passes the bat and gap between bat and the ball. Go back to on-field umpire Kumar, please. Kumar, you can stay with your original not out decision. You're on camera.
Oh dear. He hit that hard. Dasun Shanaka. Outstretched hand, just couldn't hold it in. Hammers that. That spoils the over. Pace on it. And Travis Head gets a boundary. That's the 50 partnership too. 174 for 4. Front of square, so there'll be plenty of runs. 4 of them, in fact. Top edge, no one in the deep. 4 to carry. Now the runs are starting to flow.
Yeah, that's another boundary there to Alex Carey. It's very comfortable playing the sweep shot. This time a little top edge, but he knew he just had to get that over the head of the 45. the vacant real estate, couple of bounces and a much needed boundary to Australia. Just starting to get a bit of rhythm now into this partnership.
The loose balls present themselves. And you take the game away from the bowlers. Is that straight? They're asked for it. Umpire Hannibal says yes. Carey does the right thing. He's got to take his chances here.
Big review this.
Player for LBW. Original decision is out and it's a fair delivery. Start with the front on spin mission, please.
It's a big moment in the game here for both teams. This is the last ball of the field restrictions.
Keep it rolling through, keep it rolling through, keep it rolling through. Ball is going under the bat. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. Pass to the gloves, please. Yes, satisfied. Bat line as the ball passes the bat. No bat involved. Ball tracker when it is ready, please. Ball tracking is coming. Hitting outside of impact in line. Wicket hitting. You can stay with your original out decision. I will let you know when you are on camera, Linda.
We all know the decision.
You are on camera. Make your signal. Thank you.
You could hear it. The crowd knew it. Carey on 49. He's batted beautifully, but the wrong time for Australia to lose their fifth. 49 or 52. It's 193 for 5. Slices it, got him! Oh, he's dropped it. Dhananjay De Silva held on for a second. Dasun Shanakar's plan almost working. Was a good effort, needed to stick.
Yeah, that was a big moment in the game. He drew Glenn Maxwell in with the flight. He tried to give himself a little bit of room. The ball just did enough. It's a great effort there. De Silva, but just couldn't hold it.
Maxwell, 4. 10 off it, 208 for 5.
Oh, that's 4. Just stand and admire it.
Pure class there by Glenn Maxwell. Slower delivered by Wellalage, and there was no fielder over extra cover. Wait for it, make the full use of the crease, went to the back foot, flat bats it. This is brilliant stuff. Much slower, the wicket is playing soft. The batsman will have plenty of time and the ball is a little short.
Straight down the ground. And all the way.
Floated, slow delivery that time by Charmika, a leg cutter right in his arc, the mid-off up, very little amount of risk. Head position, very key. Looking down, looking straight, fat bats it. And he's in this mood. It's definitely a big challenge to bowl at.
Oh my. Well, that's 4 more. He's just dealing in boundaries, Glenn Maxwell. There's the response. There's a chance here. It's going to take some catching. Out! Lovely catch in the deep. A change of field placing. And Van der Sar has his 3rd.
Skipper Shanaka and Van der Sar threw the challenge at Maxwell. Asked him to go over mid-on, bowling outside the off stump. And Maxwell taking the challenge up, the carrot for ease. He couldn't get the distance, got the elevation. And young Wellalage, never easy, running back. Just way outside the off stump. If he had left it, could have been wide. And young Wellalage, he cannot do anything wrong. Safe as houses. And Van der Sar, that's very good bowling. Yeah, the haircut took it away. This is brilliant. Yeah, elated. As expected. Maxwell gone for 33 of 18. Australia 233 for 6.
Wow, what a shot that is. Nudged down to mid-off. And just a little bit of misjudgment in the deep by Asalanka.
Called it correctly, HD. Don't think Charith Asalanka did pick it up initially. Was a bit too late to react. Another slower delivery. Gain a good length. Cameron Green too early to the stroke. And Asalanka, that should have been taken at this level. Good opportunity missed out.
Down the ground goes Travis Head and gets to the pitch and brings up his 50. His 12th one in one-day internationals, his first versus Sri Lanka.
That's a very good stroke down the ground. Got right in the pit of the pitch. And Villalage did not give that much of air, but just enough for Travis Head to come down the ground, go with the turn. Very important. Trusted it hitting area zone. The long on fielder Kusal Mendis had no chance. That's a brilliant 50 under pressure by Travis Head.
Goes again, and he's got it once more.
Right in his arc again. This is where Villalage will be tested. Coming round the wicket, trying to go just outside the off stump with having 4 fielders in the offside, saving the single with only long off. But the smart batting by Travis Head. Again, coming down the track. And this time going a little bit squarer towards mid-wicket, dragging it. I think the length was crucial. Just in the right hitting zone. And Villalage, the young Villalage, under the pump.
And again, same result. Huge over for Australia and Travis Head. .21 from the over, 279 for 6.
Most expensive of the innings. Massive sixes in this over. Third one was bigger, flat. Got the elevation as well, Travis Head. There's a big risk being taken by Dasun Shanaka. Definitely backfired. Had the option of bowling the fast bowler, but trusted the young man. With the left-hander in, was a big call taken and backfired. It's good to see the Kralla going and comforting the young man. But I think Sri Lanka missed the trick in that over.
Just what you want if you're the batting side, to finish with a flourish. 3 big sixes by Travis Head. And now 279 for 6. Australia will feel as though they've got plenty on the board. It's the line. The line, he's outside off stump, which just allows Travis Head to swing his arms as a left-hander away to that leg side. Every single man on the boundary on that leg side. But here's Dusmanta Chamera with the final over of the innings.
A masterclass of slow deliveries dished out by Dusmanta Chamera. I think he delivered 5 of them in the last over. Let's count how many in this over. Going to be pretty much similar. In Cameron Green, the cardinal he's doing is going through too early, waiting for that delivery to arrive. This is where the inexperience shows of Cameron Green, who wouldn't have played much cricket in subcontinent in these conditions against a bowler who is very good at bowling his variation in the death overs.
Has he got it? Has he got it? He's a strong lad, and he has.
.50 partnership with that 6. Cameron Green and Travis Head, what a way to bring it. And this time the delivery was much fuller. That was the reason why Cameron Green could get under it and got the elevation and the distance. Yeah, can do better than that.
Four. Full toss. They'll have a look to see if it was above waist height. I'm not sure it's going to be. But Travis Head has helped himself to 4. And he has raced to 70.
A loose delivery, way outside the off stump. Touch and go for a no ball. But what Travis said did got the placement right. Again, going for that Yorker with the mid-on and mid-off up. It's a huge risk. Beg your pardon, shot third and car point up. It's a huge risk. Holding that delivery, but saying that, that's how the Australians have batted, putting the Sri Lankan bowlers under pressure.
Travis Head's first 30 balls, he had 17 runs. Green wants it, Green will get it. First 30 balls, he had 17 runs, so this is how you accelerate an innings. Travis Head, well played. 70 of 65 balls. It brings to an end the Australians' innings. 291 for 6. Jeffrey Van der Sar was brilliant, 3 for 49 in 10. Tikshana at the top was 0 for 37 in 10. He was good as well. All the spinners played a part, but it was an intelligent batting display by Alex Carey and Travis Head with some fireworks from Glenn Maxwell. This will be a challenging chase for Sri Lanka. So in this third one-day international, Australia, they amassed 291 for 6. So it'll be Sri Lanka's turn. They need 292 in 50 overs. We're off to a break, and when we come back, the chase.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to the R. Premadasa Stadium for the second session of this third ODI of the Fair Play News Trophy, powered by and this is a look at that Australian side. Australian batting card, that is. Head made 70, 62 to Finch, Carey 49, quick fire 33 for Maxwell. Green also chipping in with 15 of 12. And Sri Lanka has a fairly daunting ask here. Niroshan Dickwell opening the batting with Pathum Nissanka in the side after a while. Niroshan Dickwell, 200s, 950s, good strike rate. And Pathum Nissanka too. That strike rate will improve. The average also needs to improve, but he's someone who's promised a lot, playing across all three formats for Sri Lanka. And what about this man, Josh Hazlewood? And what a performer he's been. One of the finest in the T20s, and he's done extremely well even in the ODI career. 94 wickets and always a threat. As I say, a very good evening to Brad Haddon. Here's the first ball. Dickwell on strike. Goes through mid-wicket. Short delivery. Niroshan Dickwell has his spots. That's one area where he plays the horizontal and he gets a boundary.
Yeah, Dickwell does play well square of the wicket. This wasn't that short by Jai Richardson. Just allowed him to rock back enough on his back foot, use that bottom hand and time that beautifully through mid-wicket for the first boundary for the Sri Lankan batsman. This is what Dickwell brings. He brings intent. He's one of those batsmen you don't want to let get in. You want to get him early because you know how dangerous he can be to move the game forward.
Hazlewood, short, lifting. Carey gets excited.
And there's David Warner at mid-off. Just looking at Aaron Finch. He's very excited about that. Skipper Aaron Finch was unmoved. Carey did not very much after the appeal.
Goes again through mid-wicket. This time he opens up some places. Niroshan Dickwell with unorthodoxy and again in that gap at mid-wicket. The previous one was a horizontal shot. This was a more straighter bat. Just
watch here from Dickwell. Not much feet movement. A lot of bottom hand, but the one thing he did do, he sat nice and still, kept his head still, and he trusted the bounce on this wicket. Does use a lot of bottom hand, and it'll be interesting to see how long Aaron Finch keeps that slip in or puts it into a catching mid-wicket so Josh Hazlewood can go straight at the stumps.
I mean, wicket is very tight on the circle. So is square leg on the leg side. Oh, that's the ramp. Should get a boundary. He will. I told you he's very clever. 11 off the over, 18 without loss. Over mid-wicket. Don't bowl there to him. He's enjoying himself. He's got 3 boundaries in that area, I beg your pardon. Down the track, over mid-on. Couple of bounces into the boundary. He's using the power plays to his advantage to very good effect. Behind point, that's 4. Hit with tremendous power, short and wide. Using the pace, using the width. Pathum Nissanka.
Well played from Nissanka. Just waited for that. Hit his back hit. Used the pace of Jai Richardson, and all he had to beat was Glenn Maxwell there. There's an easy 4 runs.
Perfect timing. Jai Richardson knew straight away that he's erred in line and length. Enjoyed that bit of extra pace from Richardson.
Stock sweep in the air. Mitchell Marsh at short mid-wicket. Drops it. Oh, would you believe it? That was the sitter. And the Neoshan Dikwala gets alive.
Should have caught this. He should have caught this, Mitchell Marsh. Niroshan Dikwala looking to go over mid-wicket. Again, just holds. There's a little bit of turn. It's a top edge. And down she goes. 5 down. 5 catches have already been dropped today. That's a lot of catches, but 9 out of 10 times, Mitchell Marsh catches that with his eyes closed. Unfortunately, it's the 10th time. It's been a good start by Sri Lanka, though, in pursuit of this imposing total. There it is. This one through the gate, and Maxwell's on the board with the ball.
Playing for turn, the huge gap between the pad and the bat. This time, Glenn Maxwell. Happy man. Sigh of relief there to Mitchell Marsh, but it was a brilliant delivery. Slow through the air. Look at that gap. Playing on the up. It's a pitch. It's very difficult to play on the up. Taking that risk. And Maxwell, he's making his name as a frontline spinner for this team. Dikwala gone for 25. Sri Lanka 42 for 1.
I thought Maxwell had got away with that delivery. But Jai Richardson ensured that he didn't. A boundary to finish the over, 46 for 1. Short and put away. He won't like that. Brings up a 50.
A bread and butter for Kusal Mendis. He's very strong, square of the wicket. Doesn't have to be that short. Slow down the pitch. Allows the batsman to use the crease. Plays those cross-batted strokes. This is good batting, using the depth of the crease. Watching it till the last moment, playing all around the ground with that mid-wicket area.
That's great timing. That is great timing. Using the pace of the ball. The first boundary after some time, after 31 balls for Sri Lanka, but so well timed by Kusal Mendis. Really didn't overhit it. I think the timing was perfect.
If any young cricketers out there looking how to play the off drive, look at this one. Wasn't that full, just waited for the ball, played the ball under his eyes, tried to overhit it, and beat a diving David Warner at mid-off. The first boundary in 31 balls. Partnerships building nicely here for Sri Lanka.
Another one. Another one. Back-to-back boundaries. This is even better. That was close to, the previous one was close to Warner. This one was straighter. 82 for 1. Full toss. Swung away on the leg side. That's a boundary. The 50 partnership is up. Has a good start to the over for Sri Lanka. Boundary of the first ball.
A wonderful start to the only over from Sri Lanka. One that Marnus would like to have back, but now it's an opportunity for Sri Lanka to get that over of 10 to 15. Do that now with not much risk. You can do that with ones and twos running hard, and if you do that to part-time bowlers, that's what happens. They over-pitch, they drag one down.
Goes again. This time it's safe and into the gap for 4. Good finish to the over. 8 of it. It's 106 for 1. There goes a slug sweep. That's the boundary to mid-wicket. That's a big, wide open area. He's looking to bowl outside the off stump, but it was just a bit too full, allowing Pathum Nissanka to expand and go over mid-wicket. Oh, greeted with a slap to mid-wicket. Mendes gets to 50. 51 off 39, and what a fantastic knock it's been.
A drag down to start by Josh Hazlewood and Kusal Mendes. Very strong to the square of the wicket. Picks up the length pretty easily and hammers it in front of square. Not that short enough. Someone who's been batting for a long time. He's not going to miss out. He's been in good form and he's carrying on in style.
19th half century for Mendes, the second in the series.
Exactly what he had to do. Shot this time as well by Kuhnemann. And a good effort by Travis Head at deep mid-wicket. Saves 2 runs and brings up Pathum Nissanka's 50 as well.
4th for him, Pathum Nissanka. Great foil. Making sure he's holding that innings together. He's got to keep going, as we always say. Oh, they asked for it. There was a slight noise, though. Alex Carey having a word to Maxwell. On the stump mic, I thought I heard something, and so did Carey, but he quickly realized it was not off the bat.
Slightly full this time by Hazlewood. I think Kusal Mendes was determined to go play that square of his shot. Was anything short? This is the natural length which Hazlewood going to pounce on day in, day out.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice. How about that for a quality shot from Mendes?
Yeah, placement perfected.
See him off. We'll see the ball off. First 6 of the innings from Pathum Nissanka's bat, and it was cracked. 150 on the board. He came down the wicket to create that length. What a hit.
Yeah, slapped it, didn't he? Unlike Pathum Nissanka, generally very orthodox. Technically correct, but this time understands that mid-off and mid-off up. Wanted a big stroke just to give it back that count. And look at that for a stroke. Yeah, elated young man. Preparations we don't see much, and Pathum Nissanka limping out on a good sign, but still he has scored a magnificent boundary over mid-wicket.
Lovely use of the feet.
Trouble.
Safe.
I think the Sri Lankan batsman's safe. We'll just have a listen.
Yes, batsman well inside. I made my decision to the giant screen.
And that's not a mistake. That's 4. That's 4. That's a great way to end the over for Kusal Mendes and Sri Lanka. 188 for 1.
That's a fine paddle. That's a fine paddle. It's running away to the boundary. It should reach the boundary, I think. It does. Runs are coming quickly. Right, that's the record. That might be 4. It will be. That is a new record for the second wicket for Sri Lanka against Australia, eclipsing the previous record of Sanath Jayasuriya and Kumar Sangakkara in Sydney in 2006. It's 167 runs unfinished. Pathum Nissanka now 95. What an outstanding partnership, what an outstanding effort it has been for Sri Lanka. Two men out on the leg side boundary at deep mid wicket and deep square leg. Kusal Mendes is definitely struggling. He limped his way through for a single. 212 for 1.
Problem for Sri Lanka would be Kusal Mendes struggling to run, because the second run, there is a second run to be taken. That's where it's going to be issue. The physio will have to work really, really hard to get these two batsmen going. And look at Mendes taken his pads off. I don't think he can continue. And Dhananjay Silva to come in.
Yeah, this is what Australia needed. They wanted some kind of separation. They've got it in the form of Kusal Mendes retiring, which is not good news, but Sri Lanka will be hoping that this partnership could be extended.
Australians have lacked it short this time again as we speak. And Labuschagne, Dhananjay Silva, a gift comes so early, all around the ground, and vacant mid-wicket area goes for a boundary.
Very important that Dhananjay Silva pounces on these things, just settling quickly. That was a poor delivery, that was a drag down. Just making sure that he was looking to roll his wrists and got it in the gap at mid-wicket. That's his 100. What an innings it's been. He's made 100. He's batted absolutely magnificently. It's a muted celebration. He's not really celebrating that much. It could be because he's tired, or it just could be that he realizes that there's a lot more work to be done. But he becomes the 5th Sri Lankan batsman to score 100 in a chase against Australia, that is. Sangakkara and Aravinda de Silva has done that twice. And what a moment for young Pathum Nissanka. There goes the sweep, and he sweeps it well. That's 4. Dhananjay de Silva getting into action. The crowd's going wild.
Dhananjay de Silva has got that intensity going right from the start. Injecting the pace, understand that Labuschagne is a part-time bowler, putting him under pressure. Sweeping him behind square. He was in front of square, almost like a mid-wicket.
But the short delivery swung away on the leg side. Boundaries are raining. This is poor bowling by Marnus Labuschagne. Back-to-back boundaries. Upish over mid-wicket. They will get a boundary again. So this has been Australia's problem. They have just not found a bowler that has penetration.
Australia in desperate need for another wicket. But he's in complete control, Pathum Nissanka. He finds the boundary yet again. He's doing this quickly. He's doing this quickly. He's picking his areas and he's finding the middle of the bat. That's another lovely stroke.
250 on the board. But a little slow early, but Pathum Nissanka's quietly started bossing the situation. Strike rate up to 86. This is now the highest score by a Sri Lankan batsman in a chase against the Aussies. 39 required.
Used to bat in similar positions. Russell is out. I thought it bounced. It's got us all fooled. Well, there is a change. Josh Hazlewood nonchalantly takes the catch one-handed, and Australia have a little breakthrough.
It's caught us all by surprise. Dhananjay De Silva, the fuller length delivery. Got the bottom of the bat. Josh Hazlewood, well, he plucks an apple. But you know where this game is at when you see those emotions on the faces of the Aussies. Dhananjay De Silva, 25 to 55 for 2.
Chance in the deep. Out of it, brilliantly fielded. I'm going to say it was put down, but barely a chance.
Geez, Akers, he made it. Head first he went. But he covered a lot of ground. Ah, what an effort, what an effort. That's what you'd like to see.
That's 4. That is 4.
Slower ball, says Haddon.
Oh, just sit back and admire this. Oh, he thought this was clattering into the stumps, but instead it's clattering into the boundary boards. This is out the ground. Maxwell's throwing the ball, and Nasanka says, I'll have some of you. Out the ground.
There have been a couple of shots that he's really gone to, trusted, and played with authority. Nicely placed at front leg, away from the ball so he can swing through. Swing he does.
And out! What a catch! David Warner, one-handed. That's brilliant. But what an innings this has been from Pathum Nasanka. It comes to an end, and they will rise as one.
Oh, wonderful knock. Right option, but a tiring man. The drop kick was perfect, but David Warner, too good. I told you he's a good catcher. He's quick across the grass. And how well did he do? There's no celebrations from the Australians, but plenty for this man. Pathum Nasanka, everyone stands, everyone applauds. He's a champ, a new hero for Sri Lanka. It'll take him a while to get off. Soaking in the moment. What a knock, what a chase. The architect is out for 137 to 84 for 3.
Bowled him. If the first wasn't good enough, this one was. Is this the stutter?
Surely not, surely not. But this is brilliant from Richardson. Now if you're talking about Yorkers, that's perfect. Right where you should deliver it. The new batsman unable to get his bat down. The captain walks away. Australia pick up another. He doesn't bother the scorers. Doesn't score. It's out for naught. 285 for 4.
In the deep. And all the way.
What a hit. At the right time. We've seen him play that shot before. He takes Hazlewood on. Charita Salanka, shorthand jab. The scores are level. No more nerves. Fabulous chase for the Sri Lankans. The smiles, the dancing, the joy. Oh, how good has this been? You could never have asked for this. Yeah, puts it onto the leg side. Sri Lanka achieved their highest chase here. In hard conditions, we saw the ball spin. We saw it was hard to score and you thought they'd have no chance. But the younger generation showing that there's a lot in them, that there's a lot within them. And it's a time that they needed to dig deep, not only for themselves, but also for their countrymen, to give them a lot to cheer about, a lot to smile. The Aussies' body language says it all. How these young Sri Lankans have gone about that chase. Pathum Nissanka, the star. Kusal Mendis, and enough in the tank to see them home.
It'll take a while to empty this ground. Everyone will hang around, they will applaud, they will dance, they will sing, enjoy. That is a wonderful, wonderful run chase, a wonderful victory for the whole of Sri Lanka. The night will belong to Pathum Nissanka for his first one-day international 100. Yes, he was ably supported. Australia will look at their bowling attack and think maybe, just maybe, part-timers are not the answer on the surfaces here at the Premadasa.
Charita Salanka, we were talking about nerves, but quickly put them at ease. Great memories, great scenes, not only here at the stadium, but all around Sri Lanka. They're all queued in wherever they are. Could be in queues here or there, but this is a moment everyone will cherish. Kusal Mendis had to hobble off, retired hurt, but not before he got Sri Lanka within striking distance, along with Pathum Nissanka. The captain, a quiet day, but the team has done enough, and that's what you want. 11 players contributing at different times and together.
No longer the underdogs. 2-1 now. 2-1 up in the series. They will become the hunted, as Australia will look to keep this series alive in just a couple of days' time. We might see a new look 11. It's their bowling that needs addressing, because from a batting perspective, 291 certainly looked enough here. But they didn't account for a young man playing the innings of a lifetime in Pathum Nissanka.
And you'd be hoping it's the start of many more to come, because he's showing signs of great maturity. Wonderful technique and good awareness. For long periods, they kept huffing and puffing and crawling their way. Got home in class. It's been wonderful here at the R. Premadasa Stadium right through, but the moment to savor was this. And there you go, at the top of the order, a big 100, a maiden ODI 100 from Pathum Nissanka sets it up. You cannot forget the role of Niroshan Dikwella. Quick 25, and then Kusal Mendis retired hurt for 87. Dhananjay De Silva just made sure the Aussies were not all over them at a crucial stage with a quick 25. 292 for 4.
I thought Jai Richardson was impressive this evening. His 9 overs going for 39. He got 2 wickets. Australia's problem was their 5th bowler. Labuschagne, 0 for 49, going at 7 to the over. Travis Head just bowling the solitary over, going for 9. Kuhnemann, the left-arm spinner, 0 for 61 in his 10. So work to be done for Australia going into this 4th ODI.
Won the toss, a good one. Made the right decision, we thought, and 291 for 6. Travis Head 70, Finch 62. They worked hard. Thought Jeffrey van der Save was very good with his 3 for 49, but surprised us all. We all thought they had 30 too many. But Sri Lanka had other plans. Pathum Nissanka 137. The 6-wicket win gives them a 2-1 lead.
It needed a record, and it got one. The highest chase by Sri Lanka against Australia in one-day internationals. 292 here in Colombo. We will remember it. A wonderful innings by Pathum Nissanka, well supported by the rest of the batting lineup. They now lead this series 2-1.